All right, our next section is called inner strength. And this might sound some weird hocusy-pocusy thing, some personal development weirdness. It's really not. Because oftentimes your worst enemy is you. You beat yourself up more than anybody ever possibly could. And sometimes during those quiet times, when you should be thinking about all the things you've overcome, all the great things that you've done, thinking about your strengths, you'll be thinking about, oh, if I would have said this better, I wouldn't have been so awkward. Or if I would have done this, I might have scored that goal. None of that matters. What I would like you to do is answer a few questions. What are your greatest strengths? And this could be honestly as simple as a physical strength. I'm big, I'm strong, I'm smart, okay? Or it could be a character strength, even better, honestly. So I'm very caring, I'm loyal, I'm a good-hearted person. I like to do for others. Those are great. I want you to write those down. Now that you've got those, I also want you to think about 2 or 3 things that you've had to overcome in your life. And I'm not talking about overcoming where I was wandering around, I had to live out of a car for a while or something like that. And if you've had to do those, I understand because I've come from a background like that. But I'm just talking about, hey, I was nervous about talking in front of people. I wasn't sure whether this person liked me, and then I made a relationship with them. That can be something that you've overcome. So those 2 things are very, very big. Once we know our strengths and things we've overcome, now I want you to think of 1 or 2 items that you are absolutely most proud of that you've achieved in your life. Now we have something that we can build inner strength from. Go ahead and work on those, and I'll see you in a minute. The next area we're going to cover is that dirty F word, fitness. Nobody likes it at all. And the reason why is because everybody thinks it's running until you're just about to throw up, and boy, that's how you get fit. That's a little part of it. But honestly, fitness is your ability to have energy all day long. Because I wish that I was just a full-time soccer player. I wish that was the only thing in my life. But like you, I have tons of responsibilities. Okay, I have an amazing girlfriend. I have a beautiful daughter. I have a business that I run. I have my own soccer career, right? Still trying to play some men's league soccer. So fitness can be, how much energy do you have throughout the day? Because that's one of the biggest questions you can ask. Because if you're fit and you're giving your body the right energy it needs and eating the right kind of foods, you should not have major lulls. Now, of course, if you stayed up late and studied all night for a test, those are things that you can't overcome. Of course, you can't overcome those things. But are you making good decisions that are keeping your body fit, awake, and energized? So, what are a few foods that you think you could start integrating into your diet that would help you out? And the funny thing is I hate fitness and nutrition because most everybody knows what you're supposed to eat in 2nd grade, right? But there's all these fads, paleo, low carb, all meat. Unbelievable, right? There's a million things out there and everybody's like, we can get you incredibly fit or a 6-pack abs in 6 weeks or 8 weeks or whatever. Over the long run, none of that works until you start eating the way you're supposed to eat. So name a couple of foods that you know you should be adding into your diet. The next thing is our choices. There is so much distraction in our lives. Some of it is absolutely incredible, but a lot of it is just stealing time away from you. And the time that it steals is times that you could spend working towards your goals. Now we're dealing with soccer and we're talking about fitness right now. That's great. But you could also be talking about study time or sleep time to help you recover. How many times do you find yourself playing a video game or on Facebook or Instagram and you look and you're like, oh my goodness, it's 2 hours past when I was supposed to go to bed. That's part of fitness also. We're talking about taking care of your body. So what are some habits that you have that you should probably really rein in and keep underneath control? And finally, what is one activity that you could cut down, just shave a little time from, where you could find 15 or 30, maybe 45, but let's just start off with 15 or 30 minutes. If you could dedicate that amount of time and give it to us at Renegade Soccer Training, I can drastically improve you as a player. So I want you to write down 1 or 2 activities you could just barely decrease and give it to your soccer dreams. I'll see you in a minute. We've made it to the final section, and this is honestly, it's probably the toughest one. But if you have all of the other sections lined up and you start to see some progress there, this one's easy. And this is standing up for you. This is how we develop a character trait called integrity. So how many times have you been around and you have been with a group that has said something about someone else, or someone's insinuated something about you that wasn't really true, and yet you just kind of let it happen? You didn't stand up for how you truly felt. You backed down. You didn't stand up for your beliefs. This happens all the time. Now, I'm not saying to go up to the very first person that says something that you don't like and go correct them, right? That's a good way to get in a fight, and that's not what we're talking about here. What we're talking about is developing the courage to stand up for what you believe in. And this is something that is very subtle, but so are the daily defeats that stack up when you don't stand up for you. You get walked on and you say it's okay. Somebody says something and it's okay. And again, I'm not talking about picking a fight with a physical bully. That's not what it's all about. We avoid those people. Avoid those people, that's craziness. But just being proud enough and having that inner strength to say, you know what? I'm not sure I really feel that way about that person. I knew that person in elementary school, that's a good person. And I don't know if I can sit here and talk about them like that. I don't agree with that. You can, but I just don't. Or standing up for something else that you believe in. And just being okay with being a rock or an island, strong on the inside, and understanding your own beliefs. Being okay being you. This is standing up for yourself. So what I'd like you to do is I'd like you to start to think about 1 or 2 times over the past day, or maybe it's even been over the past week, where if you really thought about it, something that was going on made you uncomfortable. And again, if it's a person in authority, you can't just stand up to them, right? Especially not if it's maybe a teacher, right? Because you might have a grade on the line, or a coach. Sometimes just it's the coach's way or the highway. That's okay. But I'm talking about in a situation where you could stand up and you wouldn't lose status, you wouldn't save face, but it would be okay for you to say, you know what, I kind of don't feel that way. And I'm fine with you feeling that way. I still like you, or I still love you, but I don't agree. I don't agree with you. That is called integrity, and that is called standing up for yourself. And that will start to come when you understand that you have amazing value. So what are 1 or 2 instances that you could have said something or you could have stood up for yourself in the past week? You think about that, and we'll go forward with some action steps of how you would address those. All right, so we've made it. We've made it through all 7 sections. Let's recap very quickly. The first one, have you made incredibly dramatic progress over the past year relative to your peers? Either you've made progress or you haven't. Do you truly love soccer? Not just love to play, but do you love soccer? Because you either love the game or you don't. What is the reason you play? You have to know this if you're going to motivate yourself. I gave you a myriad of different reasons, but what is the reason for you? Who is truly supporting you and your dreams, and who's pulling away from these? Do you actually believe in you? Do you have that deep inner strength because you understand that you have value, you have strengths, and you have overcome things? You've accomplished amazing things. Do you believe in you? Are you fit and full of energy? Or do you find yourself slacking during the day because I just don't feel like it? Are you fit and full of energy, or are you not? And finally, do you have the courage and the integrity to stand up for things you believe in? Now, all of these 7 things give us an amazing framework to look at you as an individual. Not only what motivates you, but what makes you nervous, and what is your status as a physical creature with your sleep, your energy, your nutrition, and your fitness level. This allows us to move forward and make progress on you. If you enjoyed this exercise and you think you learned something about yourself from it, please make sure that you sign up and get our free burst workout. This is going to be amazing for your touch. What this also does is it allows you to join our free Facebook community where we do exercises like this. Now, if you really want to take your game to the next level and get our top level of support, our best system, all of our best workouts, join the Rogues Den. This is where the people who truly make the commitment to taking their game to the next level, people who want to see many years of progress in a very short period of time, this is where they go. Thank you for going through this process with me. This is Coach JR from Renegade Soccer Training. I've enjoyed this. In the end, only renegades become legends.